Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Jason once again. It's been a while and I missed some of you guys.
Good to see you too.
And I've been getting a lot of messages, right? What's going on? Where's the videos? What are you guys doing? What are you doing? So 335i is in the back, right? 335XI, whatever. Same-ish. And I mean, I've been working on it. Kinda, sorta. I'll show you guys why. So yeah, it is cold as hell. Yesterday there wasn't any snowfall exactly, so this is from like 2 days ago, right? And it's been super cold. I've also been having to wait on parts and little annoyances like that. And here, let me just give you guys a quick rundown of what we had to do, right? So alright, I don't even know where to start, so let's just start here. So this oil filter cap is from the previous owner, right? Wait, let me back it up a second. You guys saw how I made a Vanos video on how to fix your Vanos codes, right? Pretty much a video showing you guys how to change your Vanos sensors, if you didn't know how to already do that, and where to find them and all that. So, made that video. I had also wired up an O2 sensor that I had ripped from me driving in the snow when I went to go buy the new daily. I put new axles that time, right? So it had like new axles. I had wired up the O2 sensors again that I had ripped out the harness, or at least I thought I had, and I had fixed the sensors, right? A few days later, I go out to test the car, and what do you know? Boom! Vanos code came on almost instantly, which pissed me off. And then as well as O2 sensor code, right? So that meant I probably didn't wire something right. Even though I thought I did, and I was really careful, I probably didn't do it right. Also, O2 sensors can be kind of finicky and sensitive, so you want to make sure usually that you can replace the whole part. But with it being that I ripped the whole harness and I can't find very many 335i for part out or at a junkyard, I just went ahead and tried to wire it, but it didn't work. So I was mad more about spending on the sensors because I didn't spend anything on wiring. I just taped it. I was more mad about spending on the sensors. And the reason I did the axles was because I had this vibration at highway speeds, right? As soon as I pulled out, I felt a vibration. I don't know if it was just in my head or whatever, so I ignored that one, right? O2 sensors, whatever. I didn't spend on it. I know I got to buy the harness. In that Vanos code, I was pissed off. I was like, what is going on? Right, what is going on? So did a little bit more research, and for anybody who doesn't know, I believe this is my next problem. We gonna see, but so here's a Vanos cap, right? As you can see, there's no cage. What's going on? All right, so that's the cap, right? Here's the cage, and the problem is that this cage should be clicking onto this cap right here, which it doesn't. It never clicks. No matter what rotation I put it in, no matter the force, it just keeps coming off, right? So pretty much this cap is toast. I think it's some cheapo cap. I don't know where they got it, but it must not be the original OEM or it just went bad. So I believe this is the cause of my Vanos problems. I'm hoping that after I switch out that cap, I'm going to have a lot less problems and actually be able to enjoy the car, because I haven't been able to enjoy the car since I got it. And yeah, I've just been trying to chase these little Vanos problems. So that's why you guys haven't seen me drive it too much or make too many videos of actually enjoying it. I wanted to make sure that everything is in perfect condition before I actually do beat on it. And thing still has JB4, which I wish it was just an MHD flash only, but we gonna see. We're going to have to take that off at some point. It's not causing a big problem for right now, so I'm just going to use it while I save up some money to buy some more parts, you know? But, yeah, let me show you what else I did. Alright, so the next thing I did was the Guibo on the front drive shaft. I don't know if you... Yep. So, on top of that, I had a ton of cracks. I'll see if I can show you. So yeah, I'm hoping that the new bushing I put in there, because I actually had to drive like 3 hours to go get an OEM one ASAP from the dealership. Yeah, I just didn't want to deal with vibrations. I don't know what that vibration is, and it bugs me, and I want the car to be perfect. So yeah, we went and got that OEM drive shaft, flex whatever, flex disc, flex disc, and so it's got a new one. As you guys can see, this one's pretty beat up. So I'm hoping, since the axles themselves didn't fix the problem that well. Not just that, I actually went in there and I replaced the trans mount for the transfer case itself. And I pretty much made these polyurethane inserts, right? Because it didn't work out. I'll show you guys. Welcome to the past, you guys. Alright, so today is yesterday and yesterday is today. So I got the 335XI mount that I ordered here, right? This is before I've done anything to it. So I want to show you guys a little bit of what the plate's like. This is the brand new one, so let's see if I can get that on camera. It's got a little bit of plate to it, right? We're going to fill it up on both sides, and then we're going to saran wrap it or food wrap it, so that way it kind of looks a little bit nicer and it holds its shape. And hopefully it just lasts longer and it has a more responsive feel, because the 335XI, you know, doesn't really have motor mounts that are upgraded. So yeah, the window weld I'm going to be using is, oh, that might be too bright, is this 3M window weld, the auto glass urethane windshield adhesive. I've heard really good things about it, so we're just gonna go ahead and do it. You know, that's what it ended up being. I put it back in, felt solid, so that's brand new. And I know it's gonna cause a little bit of vibrations, but not what I was feeling. What I felt, it felt more like rotational and only at a certain highway speed. So hopefully that takes care of that. So this is a harness that I had to order. It's an engine wiring harness this one's from a 535i. I had to get it from a 535i because on eBay, junkyard, motor parts, whatever you want to call it, used parts, that was the only place where I could find this actual cable. And they only had it for the 535i. Being an N54, I figured no biggie, should fit, right? So I cut off the pigtails for the O2 harnesses right here. And I left one. I only needed one. So I took this one off. I have the whole harness in case of an emergency or whatever, I ever need it. Anybody needs something, hit me up. And yeah, so we fixed the O2 problem, right? Second, there was this big old harness before, and I had asked on the Facebook pages if anybody knew what it was. It's this crazy looking harness right here. This thing was kind of tucked underneath the engine in there. The previous owner had it hidden in there. I asked him what it was for. He told me it was something for the JB4 or something like that. I don't remember. Point being, he told me the wrong thing. It's not for that. So the car either used to be automatic and they turned it into a manual swap, or the owner did say he had replaced the ECU. Maybe this harness was connected to the ECU that he had bought. Just didn't know what to do with it. The pages told me to just take it off, so I ended up taking it off. If it throws a code, I'll connect it back where it was connected. It was just a ground cable. And a ground cable and two harnesses, so I don't think it'll throw a code. If it does, I also have the Beamer Geeks app, so I'll see if I can code it out if it's like something unimportant. We'll see when I turn it on. Battery's dying from sitting out in the winter, you know, that's another problem. So right now it's on a trickle charger, so I'm waiting on that. Yeah, yeah, it had a coolant leak, right? It also had a turbo oil leak. All the gaskets on the turbos were leaking. I believe they used the cheap hardware that came with the turbos themselves, because when I went in there, the oil drain line, but at the side of the turbo, its gasket was pretty much melted off and it was leaking from there. And I ended up doing 2 more gaskets. And while I was in there, I pretty much had to drain all the coolant, all the oil, and also for the oil filter housing, you know. So I ended up draining all the fluids, and it also had a small coolant leak. This little pinhole I actually ended up. It was the lower radiator hose on the bottom. It runs kind of by the sway bar. So I ended up just cutting the plastic part where it was leaking from, and I bought some longer hose, connected it. No problem. That was an easy fix, like $10. So yeah, now I'm pretty much waiting for the battery to have enough juice so I can bleed the coolant that I just put in there, the brand new coolant. Make sure there's no leaks in the brand new hose I installed, as well as the other hoses I took apart. The new oil filter cap comes in on Monday, which is today's Friday. The car's not gonna get moved anyways. It's snowing and I have the daily, so guess to say hang out for a few more days. But yeah, man, I'm excited to drive it because I haven't been able to enjoy it. And this thing's already been expensive. And it's been real time consuming and expensive. 2 not so good things. So yeah. Oh, something else I did was I changed the transfer case fluid, swapped it out, did a fluid change, you know, pretty much drained it, put some new fluid in there, and God, I'm just hoping that fixes everything. If the vibration is still there, I think that's gonna be my only problem. O2 sensor, I think, will be fixed. I used an OEM harness, and it can't be that hard, right? At least I'm hoping. And the Vanos code, I know, is the oil filter housing, so that's fixed. And all the leaks are fixed. And yeah, if worse comes to worse and there's still some sort of vibration, I'll end up disconnecting the front drive shaft and see if the vibrations are in the back or the front. Try to pinpoint my problem a little bit better. But just going through and actually working on the car and having to do the research has elevated my game and made me go out and do a little bit more research and figure out what else it could be. And yeah, man, these cars are a headache. It's like a never-ending problem. But they're so fun when they drive. They're the ultimate driving machines, you know. And this one being upgraded twin turbos, I'm so excited to actually turn up the boost. I have the port injection sitting up top. I'm just trying to get it like right, you know. I don't want to have it all janky or like oil leaking everywhere on my driveway. So it's little by little. I've only had the car like 2-3 months, so it hasn't been that crazy long. It just feels long. I'm used to moving a little bit faster. But yeah, sorry to anyone who's been waiting for the racing content or just like some driving content. I got you guys, I promise. I mean, this thing's just working against me right now. But got you guys soon. I'm ready to go to the car meets. I just found one in Oregon. It's going to be my first one going to. So that'll be awesome. It's on Sunday mornings. So I got to either ask for Sunday morning off or they won't give it to me. And yeah. In the meantime, while you guys are waiting though, I got something a little special that'll kind of make the upcoming videos a little bit more enjoyable, right? So let's check it out. Let me jump in real quick. You guys see this red steering wheel from the previous owner, right? And this really dark, sick interior. Well, I wasn't a huge fan of the red, right? Check it out. It's gonna be the new steering wheel, you guys. I know you guys can't see it right now because the shitty lighting I got in here. Hopefully you're able to see it. There's carbon fiber right here. This is a carbon fiber piece. Then there's an AZA custom steering wheel, flat bottom, Alcantara all around, red top. So I'm super excited to get this on there because, like I said, this red one was driving me a little nuts. It's like I was trying to like it, but it just doesn't fit my taste, and I don't think it fits the car either. So yeah, we're taking it off, and that'll make it so much thicker when I'm doing the POV, cruising, and yeah, just enjoying the car that little bit more when I actually do get to drive it, if it doesn't effing blow up on the first pull, but yeah, thank you guys for sticking by. Hopefully you guys come around for the next video, because we're gonna do that install next, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.